Yeah, I mean, it's interesting. It's cheap things, but of course, the long seeing on the road, and that's what when you hear this, we were talking about Reese, Florida.
That was 2017.
Oh, you're right, okay.
I said no, but then Gary had to have another. The old one might break down, Mike.
It's a tow truck.
Yep. Okay, we'll call the meeting to order and pledge the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Need a motion to approve the minutes from May 20, 2024 meeting.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Approval of May 2024 Treasurer's Report.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Public comment on the agenda? No correspondence? No old business? New business. Motion to approve / deny purchase of cat loader from Cleveland Brothers Co-Star contract with trade-in.
I'll make the motion to approve.
I'll second.
Sure.
How much is the new machine going to cost us?
Well, out of pocket, this was going to go over this really quick, but after we sold the case loader,
For how much?
we sold the case for $110,000. They're allowing us $57,000 for the trade-in of the 2003 John Deere, and we sold a Mack truck for $61,000. Question mark? Pretty close.
Yep.
And all told, when this is over with, we'll be spending about $12,900 out of our budget money, out of the general fund money, $12,900 to get this machine. The original selling price of the machine is $230,300, and then there's some implements that we need to get with it in order to use it. It's a cat, what you heard that part. It's a nice machine. We demoed it with the John Deere, and it wouldn't reach over the side of the tandem boards very well. We drove, what else didn't we demo something else, Mark?
Years back we did, but nothing recently.
Okay. This is actually quite a nice machine, and we really wanted the guys that are going to be here for the long haul to pick it over and see what worked best too. As long as the three of us agreed with it, then I wasn't going to get overly fussy. But this is a nice machine. It'd be the one I would choose, I guess. And they all like it, and it seems to work quite well.
And that'll take us from 2 loaders to 1 loader, which.
So it's in between the big one that you're selling for $110,000 and the little one you're trading in, I take it?
Yep.
We sold the case quite some time ago for $110. It was back a month or 2 ago, and we had that money. It's gone. Been gone. But, yeah, it's an in-between size.
So what was wrong with the one that we sold? Too big or too little? Obviously, the little one we still have, so it was obviously bigger than the little one, but was it too big or what?
Yeah, the case was actually too big. The bucket was so big, it was hard to load the single axle trucks, and you really couldn't load it one time. I don't know what other complaints were there, Mark, besides that, but.
Yeah, it wasn't a tool handler. This will be able to put gravel buckets on.
It only did one
forks.
thing, yeah.
It'll be able to run our berming machine that we berm the sides of our roads with. It'll have a quick disconnect type of apparatus on the front of it. So it's perfect for our operation.
What's like the life expectancy of something like that, hour-wise, or?
I mean, we don't put hardly any hours on them.
Right.
I would say 20 years without batting an eye.
Well, the John Deere's in '03, so that's 21 years,
Yep.
and it's still obviously decent, because they're gonna give us 57 on trade, which I thought was pretty good. John Deere offered us 24 on trade, so I actually thought it was really good. I thought that was curious, actually. So it's definitely a good move, and I think it's a pretty responsible move, and we're not spending a ton of our general fund money. Any other?
All in favor?
Aye.
I'm gonna say nay, only because the last time I did it, had to argue with them that we didn't need to buy a new loader, and that's what they had to have, and I got outvoted, so that one was 7 years old, that was 2017.
Thank you.
Land development,
This is in regards to the component one planning module. This is for the Eve Hamlin subdivision, and I will be presenting the subdivision to you shortly, but they want to get this component one to DEP for their approval. The planning module has been approved by our planning commission and myself, and has been found to be consistent with our zoning ordinance and the subdivision and land development ordinance.
Okay, I'll make a motion to approve the component one planning module for the Hanlon subdivision.
No second.
any questions?
Anybody know where, I'm sure you guys know, where is this being subdivided at?
This is at the corner of Jackson and Donation.
Where is it?
The corner of Jackson Station and
Oh,
Donation.
I know that, I know what you're talking about.
The old Britain property.
Big farm,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Donated request, Andy? Yes, sir. Okay, thank you. Solicitor?
I have nothing actionable this evening.
Okay, thank you. Engineer Jonas?
Excuse me, earlier today I submitted an application to the Erie County for recreational gap funding. We asked for $100,000 to help cover the match for the Picnic Hannah Park project, which is a $400,000 total project. So if we get this gap funding, that would reduce our contribution to $100,000, and I believe we have close to $40,000, which is in-kind services. So we'd have a little over $60,000 that we'd have to come out with cash for. So continuing to trying to whittle away at the match. So that's all I have for tonight.
Thank you. Mark?
We're going to start paving Hammett Road tomorrow. We did a little sub-base repair there today. Probably 2 days on Hammett Road. And then from there, we're going to bounce up the Elk Creek Road, do a little spot patching, and finish a little bit of storm sewer on New Road. Then we'll be moving the equipment over to Old French Road and start our paving over there. And then July 10th or thereabouts, weather pending, they'll be starting tar and chip. And we'll be doing Elk Creek Road from the Waterford Township line to Hammett, and then Hammett Road from Township line down to Marley Way. So tentatively scheduled for July 10th. That's about it.
Thank you. Tony?
Boy, I don't sound like I do anything after listening to Mark. We brought mulch in for the playgrounds for both parks, and they just finished up a community today, so all new mulch. We hadn't replaced that mulch in a couple of years. I'm not sure exactly why. I know COVID was weird, but we just didn't. And actually, after looking at the invoices, we didn't get a few bucks for that stuff. I'm surprised. try to keep the equipment all in one piece running. Things are starting to break here and there. Good job. We did bring another helper in, a high school kid, Brian Smith. We had a different fella, and he didn't care for it, I guess, or didn't pan out. So we got him to help out. He's a good helper. He's 16, he doesn't drive yet, but he's really a good helper. Doesn't say much, just works. And so the girls and he are doing quite a nice job. And there's something else I want to say about the parks tonight. The ball fields, we did some work on field 2 recently. I've already tilled it lightly and got all the grass out there, shored up the pitcher's mound nicely and filled in front of home plate to get that little ramp out of there so the kids don't get plopped in the nose of the ball when they drive it out of the blocks. Field 1 needs it next for sure. Soccer's in full swing. We brought some porta potties in up here because it seems like the crowds are huge, and with one each men's and women's restroom, I guess we get some line and some griping, so we brought in some just for the heavy, probably a month or maybe 2 months, and that'll be it, and they'll go away. I guess that's really the bulk of it. Thanks for coming.
All right, a few things going on here. Neighbor called, he's considering selling that lot, and that would be nice, but at least we were doing our due diligence to try and buy it. We're not allowed to pay more than market value, and this place gets crowded once in a while, and so does Community Park. It'd be nice to have that just for overflow parking and even snow removal in the winter. But if it don't happen, it don't happen. Just talk right now. And we have the Erie County Land Bank moving into a room upstairs, which would be nice. Quite a bit more rent. Get some use out of our building. Penn State Extension Office just extended their contract till the end of the year for the room downstairs. To help Tim and Knox Law Firm, we freshened up our contract, and same goes there. We're trying to be fair, but we're trying to make money for the building too. I mean, this building has $4,500 a month utility bills, whether it's winter or summer, because it's air in the summer with all the compressors and cooling towers and air handlers, and electric heat and the ductwork in the winter. So helps to utilize the building. They're both good tenants because they got very low traffic and volume. Couldn't ask for a better tenant there. And other than that, that's all I have right now. Public input.
Can I?
Go ahead.
You reminded me of something you were talking about, this lot next door. Well, the township and the 3 of us made an offer to them, and he did, I don't know, he just never came back, said much of anything, just him on around. Well, then Brian Hiles from the Water Authority had talked to him, and Patty went here and paid a bill one day, and then I got into it with him, and then we brought him in and sat him down. It was about 3 weeks or so after, maybe a month after we had offered. And we were allowed as an authority to offer a little bit more, so we told him 60 would be it. We'd never go over 60. Well, he never answered us either. So we started looking around, and we started talking about other areas, and now we're kicking around the idea of putting in that side lot down by the garage on Old French. Well, sure enough, doesn't he come back? Now he's trying to get us to buy it. And, you know, and so I got out of it completely and told Hiles to handle it, but there's just not enough room over there for us, and really Jack's idea is better. And if we can build a building for the authority on leased property from the township and not buy property, I mean, the whole thing makes more sense to have it there. It's not a good fit for next door, so I don't know what the fella's doing. First he wouldn't sell it for less than $135, and then now he's talking, well, he told me 72, because he thought we were going to pay $12,000 in demo costs on top of the 60, and I have to, you know, he seems to be getting a little bit mixed up with conversations. And Jack Lee, he's mixing him up with Jack Lacey from the authority. It's just been difficult. So hopefully tomorrow Brian can talk to him and his wife and just tell him what we're not interested, and leave it at that. just wanted to add to Jack's thing, I had forgotten about that debacle. That's all I guess, put that out there.
Never easy.
Like I said, nothing lost if we don't get it.
What is he asking?
He's asking high numbers, but we got an appraisal for 40,000 for the lot, and he called a week ago considering to take it, you know. So he said, well, then he told me, well, the water authority may want to buy it, and I said, well, then you're going to have to make up your mind what you want to do.
We can say that's the fair market value, Jack is 40,000.
Well, remember they did bump it up to 45 after he demolished everything. Remember he came,
Oh, yeah.
So now the guy from Erie, right? I'm pretty sure,
That was a guesstimate, though.
it was just, might have been an email from him, I think.
Yeah.
Well, irregardless, whatever it is, 40 or 45, you know, he was talking like 135 when he first started talking. We're like, well, you know, well, I don't know what he wants to do, whatever.
I say let him sit on it for a year.
Well, he'll be sitting on it for a while.
He's 87 years old, or 80 at least, if not more.
He's 81.
I don't think it's a buildable lot, because it sure can't pass a septic, and unless they want to tunnel all the way over there like the house across the street did, I don't think anybody's going to buy to build a house on it, and I'm sure the swale in the back is not allowed to do anything with Matt, probably, right, because it's considered possibly wetlands or not. I mean, there's a big swale back there.
Well, with the sewer line so close, he'd have to connect the public no matter what.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He can't tap into the connection that you guys have. He has to go all the way up the road like they did for the house across the street, yes?
I believe she put in a community line so he can tap into her line, but he'd have to.
So they did like what you did, Tony?
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
Well, they did a grinder. I don't know what size the line was though.
Yeah.
But, I mean, what Jack's talking about, it making a little bit bigger area for us is probably the only thing that really makes a lot of sense at this point, because we wouldn't need
I
sewer.
don't think we need more parking.
No, we don't really need
Oh, but again,
parking,
you got
but,
a driveway that goes 400 feet back north.
well,
Personally,
there's been a few discussions about moving the entrance to Community Park away from the buildings. People do come through here like a speedway. You gotta watch that. And then pushing snow in the wintertime, we are limited. Yeah, it can come either way. I mean, it's, I don't know, just a weird situation. Whatever. I like that answer.
Nice.
I don't know. Nothing's easy to mark it on the head. So.
All right, anyone else? Nothing? Well, motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, everybody.